the IUCN ambassador for the BONN Challenge. What is the BONN Challenge? The BONN Challenge is the largest commitment for restoration of land in the world. It's the objective is 150 million hectares of land by 2020 and 350 by 2030. So what is the difference between reforestation and restoration? Is that restoration includes and is it works together with communities, and it is to improve the livelihood, to improve security, to include water, to include. So each one of those communities and those different countries will have a say as to it is. And what we did is that in Brazil at the Rio +20, we had 20 million hectares that were pledged. Among those were 15 by the US, and President Obama spoke about it in his speech yesterday. But yesterday we have countries like the Congo, Niger, Colombia, Ethiopia, Guatemala, and hectares of land that they have pledged to restore. That comes to 55 million hectares of land that we already have the pledge. Now, if we are able to achieve the 150 million hectares of land, restore that land, what it will amount to is we will remove 1 billion tons of carbon from the atmosphere, which will reduce the emission gap by 11 to 17%. That is enormous. But what is really important to understand about restoration, because a lot of people understand what is reforestation but don't understand what is restoration, is that it is working together with communities, with the people. They are the ones that are being consulted as to how they want to do it. And you were asking about for example, Brazil, even though the government has not done, that is in the Rio +20 we had the Mata Atlantica of Brazil that made a pledge, and it is a combination of government, business, and private sector. So it's not only governments that can make a pledge. You can have a pledge. It was in Bonn, and it was a meeting of governments, of civil society, of grassroots organization, of business, together came up with the idea that it was important to have the BONN Challenge to restore 150 million hectares of land. Of course, there is, it's always working with the UN, but I don't know if this will be part of the treaty on all the negotiations that we will have with the UN.
We're going to break and then